Greetings. What's up? It's Deborah. So, what is the one question that people never ask themselves when they're fearing success? I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and we were talking about self sabotage and how it shows up. And one of the common responses is, I'm afraid of success. And then when we ask, okay, um, why are we afraid of success? The, con- the answer usually takes us back to a story about our childhood, a story about some trauma from the past, and we can tend to get like stuck replaying that story. Well, of course, we all know about limiting beliefs and, you know, um, releasing blocks and all that kind of good stuff. But what I want to talk with you about today is something that's a little bit simpler. So, as a leadership mentor, I'm a huge fan of asking powerful questions. Asking the right question can be so freeing and it doesn't take long, right? It's just simply being able to come up with some better questions. So, the question that I want everyone who's ever experienced, which should be everybody, a fear of success to ask themselves is, what exactly is the success that I'm afraid of? Like, really look at it dead on in the face, right? Now, I want to come back to my air quotes about self sabotage because a lot of times people think I don't love myself. That's why I'm sabotaging myself. Truthfully, to be honest, really that isn't the truth. But what happens is that we can manufacture behaviors that impede our progress, which we call self sabotage, that's usually because we're doing something that's out of alignment with our core values. So, our core values is who we are at our core, that's unchanging. Like, we may word it differently from year to year, but it doesn't change. That's who we are at our core, is what we really stand for, and what we really truly believe life is about or needs to be. And so when we operate out of alignment with those core values, what happens is then there's something that's like inside of us, it's like, this isn't right. And so then we don't actually move towards our success. But the thing that's really interesting about it is sometimes it's not that even the thing that we're doing is necessarily wrong by our judgment, but just simply that we haven't actually evaluated why we're doing it. So let's come back to the fear of success now. If we understand what exactly that success looks like, how much money is it? If it's money, right? If it's people, what exactly would that relationship look like if it was successful? What exactly would it look like if the job was successful, if the project was executed successfully? If we really stop and analyze that and really come up with real tangible things that we can imagine and see, we start to realize, good morning, Cindy, we start to realize that there's really nothing to fear, or we've been defining success in unreachable terms. And as soon as that's why we're afraid, because we've made it a fairy tale that doesn't exist. But as soon as we are able to change either the way we're seeing success, right? Like change our rules about it, or just simply to look it in the face and change the ambiguity and make it very specific, we often find, like I did with my friend the other day, that it's actually quite simple to reach success. And it's not this big, scary, amorphous blob that we've been making it out to be. So, what's the lesson? The other thing I wanted to tell you about was the facts, right? Writing down numbers and statistics, and it feels good to get something tangible, but just beware that facts are also an illusion, right? They're all based on beliefs. I'm kind of messing with your head this morning, aren't I? But truthfully, a lot of things that we think are facts are just our beliefs about how things are. And when we actually analyze them and scrutinize them, we can find holes in almost any fact that we believe. I mean, unless it's actual like data from a scientific test that we've 2 or 3 times tested to make sure that the data is accurate. Okay, so what's the takeaway? Face the fear. Don't run from it. Face it. What exactly does success look like? You'll find one of two things: either that you were making it scarier than it really was, and actually you probably have already achieved it, or that you've made it too grandiose and too far-fetched, and that's why you're afraid of it. Okay? All right, so that's my message for today. I would love to read in the comments what your thoughts are on this. And if you're courageous enough, please share. What's your definition of success? I would love to read it. Much love. Bye.